We're really puzzled. Here at Gingrich Productions, we've spent weeks trying to figure out, what do you call this? Now, I know you probably think it's a cell phone. And if I say to audiences, how many of you have a cell phone that takes a picture, 97% of the hands go up. But think about it. It's taking pictures, it's not a cell phone. I've been calling it a handheld computer. But I decided that really was misleading.
These are the people that make laws. Dinosaurs like Newt Gingrich.
House Speaker Newt Gingrich is not here. A little while back, of course, everybody knows that Newt pushed through a lot of budget cuts in the arts, particularly in PBS, and the effects are being felt now. I can see it, even as a layman, just watching. The other day I watched that show, the Frugal Gourmet. It changed its name to the Cheap Bastard. It's crazy.
Comedian Norm Macdonald, R.I.P., would tear into him for his insane cuts when in power.
When I was in England, I experimented with marijuana a time or two, and I didn't like it, and didn't inhale, and never tried it again.
What a crock of from the former President Bill Clinton.
And of course, it was very inspiring to see President Clinton up here on crutches making a speech. I thought that was just amazing, it's been difficult for the president. He can't jog now, and he needs help getting around, and he still occasionally suffers great pain, On the upside, you got your medical marijuana, so that's, You must inhale, sir. It's the only way you're going to get better.
Which Macdonald, when clowning Clinton's injury, made a mockery of the quote Clinton gave. Well done.
What do you have to say about dictators of countries like Indonesia, who we sell weapons to, yet they are slaughtering people in East Timor? What do you have to say about Israel, who is slaughtering Palestinians, who impose martial law? What do you have to say about that? Those are our allies. Why do we sell weapons to these countries? Why do we support them? Why do we bomb Iraq when it commits similar problems?
Listen to those cheers.
There are various examples of things that are not right in this world, and the United States is trying. I really am surprised that people feel that it is necessary to defend the rights of Saddam Hussein, when what we ought to be thinking about is how to make sure that he does not use weapons of mass destruction.
I'd like to...
Who are shouting, just a moment.
I'm not defending them in the least. What I am saying is that there needs to be consistent application of U.S. foreign policy. We cannot support people who are committing the same violations because they are political allies. That is not acceptable. We cannot violate UN resolutions when it is convenient to us. You're not answering my question, Madam Albright.
A fun clip from 1997 where Madelaine Albright gets obliterated by a college student is, well, a nice segue for Norm.
Larry Flynt is here tonight. But also present this evening, Madelaine Albright, the Secretary of State. Ms. Albright's been very busy, She just returned from Russia, where she, applied for her? Yeah, Madelaine Albright. She's been very busy. She just went to Russia, where she met with Boris Yeltsin, and they had some talk on NATO expansion. I guess they kind of had a tense meeting, When Ms. Albright came back out, she said, for this I travel 5,000 miles to meet with some drunken Meshuggah? On my worst enemy, I wouldn't wish this. This is... She's changed, That's what I find.
President Bush and Vice President Cheney have led our nation into one calamity after another because of their indifference to facts, their readiness to sacrifice the long term to the short term, subordinate the general good to the benefit of the few, and short-circuit the rule of law.
Former Vice President and candidate for President of the United States, Al Gore, was not immune from Macdonald, and very quickly, how differently would the climate crisis be if Republicans didn't sabotage this election? It's hard to even think about. Anyway.
And of course, there are some important Washington figures who couldn't be here tonight. Vice President Al Gore is not here. Unfortunately, He broke down and they had to leave him in the shop overnight, but they say he'll be all right later. Something wrong with the voice box or something. I don't know what it was.
5 minutes tops. I gotta look as good as that numbnuts Regis Philbin. You got it, Matt. I sure do.
That was great.
Drink it in, ladies.
Again, Matt? Really?
The anchorman, who'd been welcomed into America's living rooms for more than 20 years, accused of sexual misconduct, cut from the airwaves after one woman came forward with an allegation of sexual misconduct by Lauer.
This is a very tough morning for both of us.
Now late today, an explosive article by Variety describing alleged patterns of lewd behavior by Lauer. According to Variety, Lauer allegedly once gave a colleague a sex toy as a present and included an explicit note. Another female employee reportedly claims he summoned her to his office and then dropped his pants, and that he was known for making off-color comments verbally and over text messages. And tonight, the New York Times reports that 2 more women have come forward with allegations of misconduct by the legendary newsman.
Every day is Matt Lauer Day. So here's Norm Macdonald ripping him to shreds.
It's been great to be in Washington, I can tell you that, man. Oh my God, I had a lovely stay here so far. I've been sightseeing, and in fact, I stopped at a museum. This is probably interesting to you guys. They have this news museum now. Have you seen this? It's a museum that's dedicated to broadcast journalism, and they have all sorts of, tributes to Edward R. Murrow and such, and they have this one fascinating place. It's a kind of an interactive display, and visitors, what they can do is they can appear on camera and pretend that they are real journalists, So far, it's been visited 20 times by Matt Lauer, but
While Larry is most known for his work as an interviewer and talk show host, he has also earned quite a bit of infamy for his chaotic romantic life. Of all his many years, Larry King has probably married more women than any other celebrity we know today.
He married a total of 7 women, which Norm was quick to remind everyone of.
Oh, I have an announcement to read. I almost forgot. I was told to make this announcement. Table 10, wherever you are, table 10. We're sorry your waitress hasn't been there in a while. Larry King just married her. So.
There is no truth whatever, to the widely circulated suspicions of immoral conduct that have been leveled at my behavior and hers regarding that evening. There has never been a private relationship between us of any kind.
Senator Ted Kennedy also got it from Macdonald.
And Senator Ted Kennedy couldn't be here. There's a lot of jokes about Ted Kennedy, but I recently watched an interview. It was very touching. Ted was talking about, or Mr. Kennedy, what the hell am I calling him Ted for? Senator Kennedy was talking about how he proposed to his lovely wife Vicki Reggie, and it was very touching. It was a different side of Ted Kennedy that you don't see. He was very old-fashioned and romantic. When he made the proposal, it was very nice. He got up on one knee and he. It was nice, You hear all the stories, but then you hear something like that, it makes you...
And lastly, from an iconic character.
Well, that's it for me, folks. I just want to say, before I go, that it really has been a thrill for me. I joke around about the news, but you people, you do the real thing, and you serve as our watchdogs, and you tell the real stories that come out of this city. And I, for one, think you do a darn good job. And as a matter of fact, I have a message from someone who couldn't be here and wanted me to read it to you. This is from Senator Bob Dole. He wanted me to read this to you. Here it is. This is it. This is from Senator Bob Dole. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, to hell with all of you. You cost me the damn election. You can kiss my ass, every last one of you. Thank you, folks. Thank you very much.
Hey everyone, if there are any stories that you want to bring to our attention, whether it is the local level, collegiate level, professional level, national level, that you think would be worthy of a story and us covering, there are so many hours in a day and only so much we see. Submit them to me. Get at me on Twitter, on Instagram, and TikTok. Send me a DM, send me a tweet, what have you. We appreciate it. Hope you have a great day.